Well, this legal name fraud is obviously very important because it says, the legal name is fraud under the legal system. It's illegal under the legal system. This is absolutely right because we know from Donahue versus Stevenson, the case law talks about the love your neighbour principle, and that says that you would not, by your omission of acts, so the act of fraud, of course, is to not tell someone what might help them protect their rights when you're advising them and so on. Now, the legal name, of course, they say makes you a slave, makes you a person, as I was saying, puts you into legal fiction where they can do anything they like to you. So you turn up in their courtrooms, they'll argue you're a slave who's consented to summary judgment because you have no rights. But if you know, of course, that that's all purely fiction, and you know that you are a real man with inherent rights given to you by God that no man can take off you because they're given to you by the higher authority of God, and that society has sworn an oath to that God and is therefore bound by the law of that God, you are not subject to the diktats of the legal system. And obviously what they do when you are born, your parents sell you into slavery. This is what I say, and I use the word slavery advisedly because if you look at my research on the Book of the Law, there's the affidavit of law where it deals with this. The biblical concept of a slave is not a man in chains. It's a man in a master-servant relationship. And we know this from the Bible because when the Israelites leave Egypt for the Exodus, they go around and say goodbye to their masters. It's not like they're escaping from these people, breaking the chains and running off. They're just refusing to consent to these other people being masters and therefore freeing themselves under the common law and going in search of the promised land or Zion, which I say is a metaphor or a prophecy for exactly what's happening now. We are throwing off the chains of that legal system, the fictitious chains. On the royal crest, you'll see the unicorn with a collar around its neck and a chain, but you'll see most versions of that. The chain's not actually attached to the ground. The unicorn is a mythical beast. That's symbolic of the legal system being a fiction, appears to chain you but doesn't, basically. And what we have on the other side is the lion, which is the symbol of the common law, basically.